Corbin, I live in a condo.
Minium?
Yeah, I guess that is short for condominium. Yeah.
Okay.
And in a condominium,
Yeah.
there are other people that live there.
Okay.
Neighbors, one could say.
Yeah.
You don't strike me as someone who partakes in small talk.
I don't like talking to people.
No, I could tell.
At all.
Right. That's why we just yell at them over the airs of the internet.
Yeah.
So when you're in this community of the condominium, you're in the elevator a lot.
Yeah.
You share this elevator.
Mm-hmm.
It is the slowest fucking elevator in the world. You've been on it.
Yeah, I've been on that elevator.
Right. So I find myself in these situations now where I'm almost consistently 4 to 5 times a day having to begin small talk with people.
Oh, why do you start it? Oh, never mind.
Well, sometimes they do too.
Okay.
And I'm having a hard time coming up with small talk stuff.
Okay,
So
yeah.
we're just really quickly, you and I walk in an elevator, we don't know each other.
Yeah.
Start a small talk, go.
I don't know how. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, I'm well, thanks. How are you?
Good. Pretty good weather we're having today.
Yeah, it was really rainy the other day. I hope it doesn't do that.
What floor do you live on?
Oh, I'm up there on this one, on 17.
How do you like it here?
Yeah, it's great. What do you think?
Good.
So 5 times a day for the last 2 months
That
straight.
conversation.
Yeah. Would you rather do that every day for the rest of your life?
Yeah.
Or watch an episode of The Big Bang Theory?
I would rather listen to friends contemplating suicide than listen or to do that conversation or watch The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right.
Welcome to Radical Apathy, the podcast where two half-wits set out to solve all the world's problems with pop culture references and a lackadaisical attitude. Why not? It's worked so far.
Welcome, everybody, to the Radical Apathy Podcast, episode 20.
Radical Apathy podcast number 20.
I don't... yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
it's
it is
Venti.
Venti,
Yeah. Episode Venti.
I don't know if I'm sour or if I'm good today. We'll find out.
You know what? It takes about 15, 20 minutes to get the flavor of Corbyn.
Yeah. Hey, so going back to your apartment. So I know a guy that lives in that apartment. Lives below you.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he was carrying some boxes down the very cement steps.
Oh, they're very, very concrete. Yeah.
And he booked it down a flight.
Really?
His ankle got, I don't know if you see, if you go into the landing right beside the bottom of the elevator,
Yeah.
you can see the green fluid that was there to clean up the blood that he had.
Oh, he actually bled out?
Oh, he bled out.
Oh, amazing. Is
So-
he dead now?
No, he's still alive.
Oh, okay.
unfortunately, Yeah.
Does he listen to the show?
No, maybe.
So can we make fun of him?
Oh, yeah, of
Like, how much-
course.
Okay.
I make fun of
Why
him.
do you
He's
fall-
here right
Why
now.
do you fall downstairs?
he was carrying boxes, and he recovering what he could see. And he's telling me this story. I'm like, well, why? You're an adult. This is so stupid. So Tanner, we got a lot to go over today. Let's just go tell him what we're going to go over today. We got general gripes.
Oh my gosh, we got so many, and we're by ourselves today.
Thank Christ.
Oh man, so many people in a row.
So many guests.
we gotta break it up.
We got general gripes. We got a top 5.
We got what are you playing? What are you watching?
What are you playing? What are you watching?
We got more commandments for the Apathy Bible.
We've got more commandments for the Apathy Bible. We have got funny tweets today.
And we're going to top it all off with another game of Best is Best.
Best is best. I don't even remember the first time we played that.
We've
but
done it several times. That's okay.
Perfect. I'm so excited. So let me start off with general gripes.
Let's
I
gripe away.
am 46 years old.
In 5 years ago?
No, like
Okay,
now.
sure.
Yeah, now. And okay, so this is going out to all the men on the. This is going out to all the men on the.
98% of our listeners.
90%. I can't feel when I'm done peeing anymore.
I shit you not. I woke up at 5 this morning to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And I had this exact conversation with myself.
Yeah.
Am I done? I don't hear anything.
I don't know if I'm
I
done.
don't think I'm done.
How many times have you stood up and you weren't done?
A couple, actually.
I literally just did it upstairs.
Like just now,
Just
before we started.
10 minutes before we started this.
So that explains what I'm looking at there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not, and it happens all the time. I think it's because I have what's called an enlarged prostate.
Okay.
Okay, and so what happens when you have an enlarged prostate? You have less
Prostate?
force
Okay.
in which to push out the urine. And so the flow is a lot less, and therefore I can't tell when I'm done anymore.
So you got little prostate beavers damming up the flow.
I got prostate beavers.
Fucking prostate beavers.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Thank you.
I got prostate beavers, and I can't tell when I'm done peeing. And so I literally have to. So if it's at night, I'm fucked. I have to like just kind of wait it out and hopefully I'm done. But it's happened more than once where I've stood up and I'm not done.
Yeah.
I hate it
Because you can't really look without standing up, and if it's going, you got a problem.
So not only do you not know when you're done, but it takes forever to go to the bathroom. And so let's say you are backed up and you haven't gone to the bathroom in a long, long time. I can't wait for your wife to hear all this.
Oh, she knows. I bring her in. Am I done? Can you put your hand down there and tell me if I'm done? I don't know if I'm done.
It takes me so like when I've got like lots in there.
Yeah.
It'll only come out at a slow rate. So it's
prostate.
You got that horrible, I got to go to the bathroom feeling right now, feeling for longer, even though you're going to the bathroom.
Oh, it literally happened this morning to me.
Yeah.
At 5 a.m. sitting in the toilet in the dark.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there going like, I think I'm still going.
Yeah.
But I don't know because I don't hear it. I can't hear anything. Maybe it's just a hearing problem. Maybe we're just losing our hearing.
I don't think so, because it's a feeling problem. I can't feel it.
You notice we both ousted ourselves as sitters.
Oh, I sit, and I do this, I learned this early when I bought a house. My first house I bought in 2003.
Yeah.
Shut up. Mm-hmm. What were you doing in 2003?
Not owning property.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Yeah, fuck you. I bought my first house in 2003, and I quickly learned that I don't like cleaning up messes that are unnecessary.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I and then out of respect for my wife, I taught my kids, my two boys, just fucking sit down.
And I'm just lazy.
Just fucking
like why stand when I can sit?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, it's a really good point.
Like it's literally a fancy chair.
All these stand-up people can. I don't know.
But see, I think the stand-up people. I think they think there's more of them than there actually is. I think there's a lot bigger sitter group than there is a stand-up group.
Yeah, we need support groups.
We do.
Like,
am I peeing groups?
Am I peeing? Am I done peeing?
Am I done?
Am I done? We'll call it. Am I done?
Am I done? A group, support group.
Am I done?
Am I done?
DUN.
God,
question mark.
We create so many good things.
Oh.
I sold. Sorry, I didn't sell. I rented out my old house.
Oh, you rented it? I thought you sold it.
No, yeah. So I rented it for the first time.
Ugh.
Never done it before.
It sounds awful.
Yeah, so never done it before.
Yeah.
Talked to some people who have, people I trust. I hold dear in inside, so I trust what they say.
Do you still trust them?
So we, my wife and I put it out. Apparently there's a bit of a housing crisis because within 8 hours of posting on social medias, we had like 30 applicants.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So instead of meeting everyone hodgepodge, I took someone's advice and we just set 2 days aside. And we said, okay, everyone, we're open for these 2 hours on these 2 days. If you want to come look at the house, come look at the house. Like kind of an open house thing because I'm not meeting 30 different people.
Yeah.
Way more families than I thought there would be.
Okay.
And, oh man, every single one was a sob story. Every single one of the 30 applicants that came to that house, everyone was like, oh, my house is gone and I live in a garbage can and I only eat dried beaver piss and can't.
Did they try to like barter with you?
Not one
tried to undercut the price?
No, every single one that walked in said, yeah, I'll take it today, right now. Every single one that came in said, I'll take it right now. But every single one came in with a sad story, being like, oh, my daughter's one-legged beaver is eating someone's prostate now, so we can't get it home. Like, it's just, it blew me away how much, because I thought, oh, we'll have one or two. Like, even to the point where my wife's like, she's like, I'm starting to feel bad. Like, everyone's in here. And I'm like, I feel nothing for any of these stories. I don't believe them. I'm sure.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
How did you discriminate to just choose to somebody? Because you discriminated in some way. Don't pretend like you didn't.
No, we did.
Yeah.
We did. And and it really opened up. Like, you don't think about it.
I felt nothing. God, I love apathy.
Yeah. You don't think about it until you're kind of like in there and you're like, no. Like, I have a pretty hard stance on smokers.
Yeah.
Everyone said they're not a smoker.
Fuck right.
But like 20% of them would just come in stinking of cigarette smoke.
Yeah.
So as soon as I saw it, you're out, gone. Like I said, go ahead and fill the form, but I'm already throwing in the garbage.
Is there like rules where you have to like let people like be like?
I don't think so. It's
you can pick whoever
my house.
want.
I can pick whoever I want.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. I mean, we did checks and things, but
yeah.
It was an experience, but just the maybe whiny is the wrong word, but just that woe is me, every single one, and I could not give less of a shit.
So they were all saying that.
Everyone.
trying to get you to give them the property.
And the vast majority of them, and here's why I kind of could tell everyone was fucking around a little bit. The vast majority of them, when they were leaving and they were kind of going down, there's a bi-level split. They're walking out the door, and my wife and I would up on the stairs landing. So within earshot, but not looking at them.
Yeah.
Everyone would be like, "Oh man, I sure hope this one works out. Poor Sally. Oh man," and then they'll walk out the door. I'm like, "Shut up." There's no fucking Sally.
And they're all probably like wearing Apple Watches and shit.
Yeah, they're showing up in Escalades and shit. You're like,
Yeah.
"Okay, get out of here."
Come on now.
So that was an interesting experience for me. If you ever get the chance to do that, ladies and gentlemen, I would say don't.
How did you decide on who? Like, what did you finally? How?
Well,
How did you do?
the wife picked her top three. I
Yeah.
picked my top three, and if they matched, that was the one we give the offer to.
Okay.
So it matched. Two of ours matched actually.
Really?
Yeah.
So how'd you choose between those two?
We had a favorite over the one.
Okay.
Yeah. Picked that one.
Yeah.
It was a family from a different town. They were coming into town.
Yeah.
They took a different offer. So scrambled to the second one, took a different offer. Went to the wife's third one, took a different offer.
Really?
Like they were gone, like just within a day and a half. Like they were just
Wow.
already.
So you gave this to your fifth or sixth pick then?
Yeah, we were on like pick 4.
Okay. And so are you happy with these people?
Yeah, I mean, I don't foresee issues.
Okay. Is it another family?
No, it's 3 buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That house is getting busted up.
I mean, it might, but
So if all these people are looking for it, I'm just going to play Mr. Logistics.
Yeah,
here.
give me
If all these people are looking for houses, why didn't you just fucking sell it?
and the market's really nice right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I want to be retired for 5 years when I'm your age. So you gotta, instead of just taking some equity and selling some of that, I want to start to create that passive income.
Yeah.
Into where if we can start now, where I'm still working for a few more years and kind of get the things figured out.
Acting.
When we get into working acting. When I get my big break and I can just do my one and get out.
When you retire from
like when I can do Deadpool 4.
Yeah.
And come in as like Fat Pool and just do it and then get my note. What do they call it? Get my bank.
Your bag.
My bag. Get my bag. Then that. So more. Yeah. This is an attempt at passive income. It might go shit tits up. In which case, yeah, I'll dump it tomorrow. But
Yeah.
it's interesting. I'm not a big fan of it, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, sob stories all around.
Oh.
But it did not break my
I
core.
love that you employed apathy when you needed it most.
all of them.
And I feel totally bad for all of... Okay. I don't.
No, you don't.
I don't. There's no Sally.
No, you don't.
There is no spoon. I went to Laughlin so we've been away for a while.
We have, yeah.
Last time we recorded was like the 9th or 10th
Yeah,
of
we
August.
recorded a couple back to back so that we would have them coming out. But yeah, you and I have been separated for almost 4 weeks.
Yeah. It's been a spell.
It's been so long.
So I went to Laughlin.
Nevada. Minnesota. Nevada,
Laughlin,
right?
Nevada.
Yep.
So what happened was, we've talked about this. I go to Vegas. Okay. I gamble in Vegas.
You gamble.
I use my player's card when I gamble. And when I buy meals or when I buy a hotel room or a drink, I'll use my player's card.
Yeah.
So they know exactly what I'm putting into their casinos.
Yeah.
So they sent me an offer, the Caesars Group.
Yeah.
And it was 2 free flights plus a free hotel.
Okay.
Plus ground transportation to and from the airport.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so listen to this. So we get to the airport. We give them our passports. They're like, no, we got your tickets right here. They're all ready. Boom.
Oh, wow.
Bam. They just gave them to us. They put 2 quick tags on our bags.
Yeah.
Green means one hotel. Purple means another hotel. That's simple. They took it. Boom.
Oh,
we get on a charter plane, brand new, half empty,
Really?
because only certain people are getting these.
So this is just like a casino rollers
It's
plane.
a casino rollers plane, basically, yeah. And so it's a charter plane, fantastic. Free drinks on the flight.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we get there. We get off the plane. They walk us in a line around the terminal. We didn't even go in the terminal.
Oh, amazing.
Onto a bus. They took us right to the hotel. They shipped our bags to our room from the airport. Didn't have to go to
Didn't have to
baggage
touch
claim.
them?
Nope.
Okay.
And so we get off the bus. There's a guy there. He hands us a drink. Another person hands us some party beads. Third person hands us an envelope with players' cards.
Yeah.
And here's your room keys. Go start gambling. Boom, done.
No shit.
That was the well-oiled machine I was a part of.
In Nevada.
In Laughlin,
Nevada.
Nevada. It's on the Colorado River, and across the river is Bullhead City, Arizona. And
So
it's like it's a laid back Vegas if there was only 5 hotels.
And which hotel were you in?
I was at Harrah's Laughlin.
Was that Harrah's?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was so it's super laid back. We were the youngest people on the plane by 25 years, maybe 30 years.
I know how that feels. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is very old people because it's way laid back when you get there. I had to walk with a limp just to fit in.
I don't know when I'm peeing.
I don't know.
Does anyone know when they're peeing?
But I have to, they didn't know how to pee either, or when they were done. Those crazy people. But yeah, no, I mostly did pool time.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you, so I'm guessing in your condominium, there's a lot of retirement people.
Oh, yeah, it's a raisin ranch.
So those are the people that are starting up conversations with you.
Yes.
I talked to more people on this fucking trip. It was so goddamn annoying. Everyone wanted to talk to us about stuff.
That's all they want to do.
They want to talk to you about stuff.
That's all they want to do.
They want to tell you about their stuff.
Yes, you need to learn.
Blah, 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 you. What about me? And they start telling, and I don't give a fuck.
No.
So
it doesn't matter.
I brought that up because your story resonated with me because I couldn't give a fuck what these guys
It's all they want to do. They just want to tell you about how they once owned a house next to JFK and now they come here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was brutal, man.
Super brutal. But hey, I'm glad you. So, question. So when you are there and you got all this crap that they give to you,
yeah,
is like, yes, you're going to gamble, but if you don't, are there like a couple of Vinnies and Binnies that are going to come in and break your kneecaps?
No. So what they just will do is just not offer you anything anymore.
Oh, I see.
So what I did is I literally charged every meal, every drink, everything to the card.
Yeah.
And then everything from our gambling because you put the card into the machines.
Oh, and
then it keeps track of your gambling. So they got almost all of our money that we spent down there.
Okay, so so that keeps you on track to get more.
I didn't gamble anywhere else.
Yeah,
and we only had 2 meals outside of the resort.
Okay,
and no drinks outside of the resort.
Perfect.
Yeah, because we spent a lot of time at the pool and getting pool drinks, which are expensive, like $15 for drinks.
That's
for like pina coladas, like that are coming out of like a freezy machine or a slushy machine. Yeah, they're giving me $15 American for those fucking things.
Too much?
Yeah, it was a lot. We were spending a bunch. It was super hot though. It was like 43 degrees, and because it was right on the river, it wasn't as arid as Vegas is.
Yeah.
So it was a little unbearable at times.
My much older sister is in Arizona right now for work, and she had said last night it was like 43 degrees.
Yeah.
Like at nighttime.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There.
At 2 a.m, it's 40 degrees. Yeah. It's insane. It's so
just unbelievable.
It's so hot.
Yeah.
So yeah. But we spent a lot of time at the pool though.
Nice.
And so then it was lots of old people at this thing, and then the weekend rolled in, and that's when all the Latinos from California came in.
Oh, okay. Weekend time.
Yeah. So they came in, and then they partied their face off at the resort for 2 days, for Friday night, Saturday night. And then they're gone Sunday morning, and it was back to quiet again. It was insane.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah. I saw this chick like she she had so much to drink, and then she tried to step on her chair. And she fucking booked it and just smacked her side on the side of the pool and went into the pool like head first. And it's only like 4 feet deep. And then she gets out of the pool, or gets up, like breaks the water, reaches to the side of the pool and just
starts drinking again.
Drinking the thing, yeah.
I love when people fall off furniture.
Yeah,
they're drunk. That makes me fun.
Oh, it was so good.
I like that when you came back, were they like giving you, we're like, oh yeah, we'll see you again, Mr. Corbyn?
No, they didn't do that. But what they did do is send me another offer.
God, just right back to it, eh?
So I'm not gonna tell you when I'm going, but I'm going again. It's already booked.
It's weird.
Yeah. But I'm going with a buddy. I'm going with our guest from the last show.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, because I've never been on a vacation with him.
Oh yeah.
So I thought it would be nice to do that.
He seems up for most things.
He's good to go. He wants to do the pool though, and not gamble. And I'm like, well, this might be. I did the pool last time. This might be a gambling trip for me this time.
Corbyn, since you're much older than I am, I need you to explain something to me.
Go.
How do dumps work?
Dumps?
Yeah.
Like a city dump?
Yeah.
You take the stuff there, and then there's always seems to be some sort of bulldozer that's pushing the garbage somewhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went there emptying some stuff out of the old house, and I went there with a friend, and I went through the thing, and you pay the lady, and I'm paying for some reason, and we go in there, but it's like all different, and there's some front end loaders pushing stuff around.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I mean, I don't really think I know how a dump works. Well, I started thinking about it, like, okay, I know what the point of a dump is.
Yeah.
but like how it works. I don't know how a dump works. And I didn't want to Google it because I wanted to see if Corbyn could just walk me through how. And even if you don't know, I just want you to lie to me and tell me how it works.
Well, I don't, because the dump we go to has a bunch of different bins with different categories of stuff you put in.
Yeah, they've really separated it.
And I'm wondering if there's just one dump, why separate everything?
Right. Are they just fucking with you? And they're like, oh, no, we're really helping the environment and you can put in what you want. But then they go all back and they just put it somewhere.
And then they bulldoze it.
Right. And then they cover it up.
Yeah. It didn't smell as bad as it used to when I was a kid. I remember going there as a kid and it smelled really bad.
It was rough.
Yeah.
Because I think back then it was literally just a hole in the ground and they just threw everything in there.
It used to smell like my son after 2 days of not showering.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That prepubescent teenager sweat. Yeah.
I aired out his room all day today.
So if our listeners know how dumps work, please let us know.
Oh, God, please tell us.
I thought about it. And
where are they pushing this stuff? And why?
And do they just pile it up?
Yeah.
And does it become hills?
Is there a fence around it?
And if it just becomes hills, what do they like? Does it not leak and gas? And doesn't is that not a thing?
You know what? I know it's bad for the environment, but I say start it on fire.
Or do they burn it?
They should burn it.
I don't think I've seen them burn it. I don't know how dumps work. Is my point, and I guess we'll just leave it with a question mark. But if our guests, if you know how dumps work, let us know because I'm curious now.
More general gripes.
Yeah,
I want to circle back to a rant I had a couple weeks ago.
Okay,
a couple episodes ago. While I was in Laughlin, I did more research on nachos.
Oh, here we go. And American nachos.
American nachos. Okay. So there was a Mexican place. Do you know that Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dine?
Yeah, the TV show.
Yeah, that guy. That guy. So it's his restaurant.
Oh, the Mexican Guy Fieri.
Yeah, Guy Fieri.
Yeah.
And
Guy Fieri.
Yeah. And he had his restaurant at the Harrah's Laughlin.
Oh, okay.
And he was charging, with meat included, American.
Yeah.
It was... What was it? I had it written down here. No, I had it written down here.
Wasn't there?
Oh, $27.99. American. Okay. These were called trash can nachos, meat included. You didn't need salsa because it had like all sorts of queso cheeses and stuff. And they make it in a trash can and they dump it out and it slides out on your table. And that was $27.99. Okay. Then I went to another casino to a Mexican restaurant. Okay?
Yeah.
Like a straight up Mexican restaurant. And they had everything on that menu, okay? Their nachos, all in, $13.99.
There it is.
$13.99. Everything all in. But you know what? Here's the real stinger. What are nachos mostly made of?
Nachos.
No. What? Well, tortilla chips.
Yeah, nachos. Yeah. Sorry,
Okay.
nacho
Tortilla chips.
Yeah.
Okay. And then they serve it with salsa.
Yeah.
They give that shit away for free.
They salsa free salsa?
And free chips to start at the Mexican restaurant. They just give you basically nachos to start for nothing. So you know what? I'm going back to that. What was that restaurant again? That was
Blanca's?
No, it was what was the restaurant?
Oh, Hudson's.
Hudson's Brew House.
So it is Hudson. Calling you out, Hudson's.
$31.99. Go fuck yourself.
For nachos.
Yeah. Given away for free.
Free Mexican Nevada
would you rather,
nachos.
Let me ask you this. Any restaurant, would you, whether it's a nice restaurant, semi-nice, would you rather have free bread or chips and salsa?
Chips and salsa.
Right?
For
Why
sure.
doesn't everybody do that?
For sure I would.
I would totally have chips and salsa.
Everyone loves chips.
Everybody.
Everyone loves chips. You do a little fucking dip it in there.
A little salty.
Because they're gonna drink. Because it's salty chips.
Yes.
And you're gonna sell drinks, which is where you make your money.
It's so... I would totally do that.
Yeah.
I want every restaurant to serve chips and salsa for free.
One day we're gonna have to come up with the apathy restaurant.
Well, where we just don't serve anything.
Right. And we just walk away. People like, no, don't talk to me.
They already got that. They already have that concept. Jack Astor's or whatever.
Yeah, it's in like New York.
Or the one at
Excalibur.
Oh, Excalibur. No, it's called Dick's Last Resort.
Dick's. That's right.
Yeah, Dick's Last Resort.
And everyone's an asshole too.
Everyone's a dick to you.
It's fun. I like it. I like when they have you.
Go ahead.
No, I concur with your nacho theory.
The Olympics happened since I saw you.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Did you see this fucking Australian breakdance? Foreshadowing. We might see her.
Ray Gunn.
I don't know her name is.
Her name is Ray Gunn.
We might see her again in funny tweets.
Okay.
But okay. You know I'm a baseball fan.
You are.
They didn't have baseball at the Summer Olympics.
They did not.
But they had this fucking chick
breakdancing
who scored a 0 She scored 0.
Yeah.
Like an artistic impression of nothing.
Do you know why? Do you know the story behind it?
Please tell me.
So in Australia, when they announced that they were doing breaking in the Olympics, Australia didn't have a national breaking league. So what happened was Ray Gunn and her husband chaired it. They chaired the Australian Breakdancing League so that they can be authorized to go. And so husband and 2 others were on the panel that chose the elites to go. And lo and behold, his wife was one of them. And you can look at videos of him, the husband, who was her coach as well.
Yeah.
And he is also a fucking lunatic when he dances. Like, it's the same garbage. Like, they don't dance. They don't do what they're supposed to. Like, it's not breakdancing.
Okay. Yeah.
But that's why she was there.
Conversely, I saw Canada's gold medal performance.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, why the fuck is this in the Olympics?
None of it was good.
I'm like, this does not impress me as a sport.
None of it was good.
Like, what a waste of fucking time.
And I liked it because everyone would take like the gold medal performance of breakdancing in the Olympics and then compare it to like a 12-year-old kid on the street, and this 12-year-old kid just demolishes them for breakdancing. So yeah, I don't think because they already got rid of it, right? They're not doing it next summer. They're bringing baseball back, and they got rid of breaking.
Did they get rid of breaking?
Yeah, I think they've already said they're not doing breaking next Summer Olympics, but baseball's coming back.
Baseball better come back.
I think I'll confirm, but I think somewhere it said that baseball's coming back for next Olympics.
Okay, I got 3 more things you want to talk about. Do you have any more general gripes you want to talk about?
I'm gonna roll in. Let me go ahead. I want to hear your gripes.
All right. So sticking with sports, you know this? Okay, sports/Twitter/pop culture.
Okay,
you've heard of this Hawk Tuah chick, haven't you?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Jesus Christ. Okay. First off, bless you.
Yeah.
Okay. Second of all, she is doing a ton of appearances, and what infuriated me the other day is she got asked to throw out the first pitch at a Mets game.
Amazing.
So let me get this straight. If I just can break this down to the most simple of terms.
Right to its core.
You spit on a guy's junk while giving him a blowjob.
Yeah.
And you get to pitch the first pitch at a Mets game.
Not only that, she's already made more money than you will ever make in your life.
Oh, these pretzels are making me thirsty.
Yeah, she apparently lost her job, and then got on the social media's trains.
They fired her for that?
Yeah, she got fired because she was like a teacher's aide or some type of assistant thing. So they fucking canned her, and for saying that. And then all the social medias and whatever publicists and everything picked her up, but now she's already made more fucking money than you and I'll ever see.
Oh, fuck me. My son owned my wife tonight. Okay, he's 8. He walked over to my wife and said, can I have $20, Mom? And she goes, what am I, made of money? And he goes, isn't that literally what Mom stands for? And I went, oh, give that man a $20 bill.
Where did he learn that from?
Give that man a $20 bill.
Is that not a dadism? Did he hear that from Dad?
He didn't hear it from me.
Good for him. God, I would have never had the balls to say that to my mother. I still probably wouldn't say it to my mother.
You know what? I reward my kids for like intuitive thinking.
Quick wit,
yeah, quick wit, because it shows that I'm of the thought that like a sense of humor shows like smarts,
intelligence.
Yeah. So my other son, like a long time ago, he says, "Mama, can I have some more juice?" And she goes, "No, you can't have more juice." It was at dinner.
Yeah.
And so she's like, "But Mom, I can't. I won't taste any of the juice flavor."
I'll only taste the water in the juice.
I'll only taste the water. Like, I won't even taste the juice flavor, Mom. And so I said to him, I go, you can have some more juice.
So as long as they get good burns on your wife, you'll give it to
them. If they come up with a really good reason, I'll yes 1,000 times over.
That's
whatever
funny.
they're asking.
If you can burn Mom, you can have it for sure.
That's good stuff. Oh, no, I'm going to save this for funny tweets.
Okay.
I'm going to save this for funny tweets because it's also about the Olympics.
Okay, well, we are almost 30 minutes in. Let's get into a little bit of what are you playing?
What are you playing,
Corbin?
Okay, so I picked up my Nintendo Switch for the first time in 6 months.
Oh, shit. Yeah, okay.
It has been on 0 battery for 6 months. Not plugged in. It's not sitting in the dock, sitting in a case.
Collecting dust.
Collecting Just nothing. Okay. I turned it on and I played a game called Hades. I've been playing a game called Hades.
Oh, yeah.
Have you heard of Hades?
I know Hades well.
So have you played it?
Yeah, Jalen's rapped it like 3 times.
Get fucked. Really?
Yep.
How? Okay, first off, I'm not good. So first off, okay, I've made it very clear I'm not good at confusing skill trees.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't like the RPGs.
I don't like the RPGs. I don't like skill trees. Although I do like Dragon's Quest 11S. That's
Dragon
the one.
Quest, yeah, amazing game.
Love that game.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pre-order Dragon Quest 3,
The remake?
the remake, when it comes out in November. I'm going to get
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Hades has got some stuff that. So first off, you play. I was playing it handheld.
Yeah.
And I couldn't. So it's telling me what the things are, and it was too small on handheld. So I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I guess I'm just skipping that. And
No, I'm not reading that.
I'm not reading that. I guess.
Moving on.
But yeah, no. So for those of the people that don't know what Hades is, you are Hades' son. Don't remember his name. And you are in hell.
Zed something.
Yeah, it starts with a Z, I think.
Yeah.
Zagreus or something?
Zagreus. That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Okay. And so he's trying to escape the underworld. And so he's fighting through Hades, beasts, and demons.
Greek mythology.
Yeah, Greek mythology. Trying to, and then people from Olympus send him down power ups and stuff to try to. But it's a roguelike, which means once you die, you go back to the beginning.
You're dead.
You're dead, and you go back to the beginning. But it is letting you carry over. I'm playing God mode because I'm a little bitch.
Okay.
And so I am playing a little. It makes me stronger every time I die.
Yeah, your weapons get a little stronger. You get a better weapon, or you
get better
something
damage resistance.
Yeah, something that makes you a little stronger to get a little farther.
Yeah, so that's what I'm playing.
And you like it?
Yeah, I don't mind it. It's something. It's nice because I can just go. I don't have to remember where I am or whatever. I can just kind of go back to it and do a run.
Start new.
Just do a run.
Because they just released the alpha for Hades 2.
The alpha?
Yeah, so it's not the full game, but it's like 20 hours of the game, of the sequel.
Oh, okay.
Is out. So it's not the hard release, but like an early release for Hades 2.
It's a good-looking game, though.
It is. It's super artistic, super nice art style. It's fast.
I
it's
like
responsive.
Nintendo Switch games because they do more animated art styles.
Yes.
That's what I like the Switch for.
Not everything has to be fucking photorealistic.
No, like I thought Dragon Quest 11S was beautiful.
Yeah.
I could have played that game for. I wanted to play that game
You're
forever.
almost playing an anime. Like it's
I
just,
played that game for 65 hours. 65 hours.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have a lot of those left.
I don't. I wasted on that. That's like a half.
I don't know if it's wasted. That's the point. It's not.
Yeah.
It's apathetic. Who cares? You're having fun.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Really like Hades. Try it if you want. I played on the Steam Deck. It's fun. I'm waiting for tomorrow. Tomorrow, as of recording, is the 30th, and that's when the new Star Wars Outlaws comes out.
Okay. What kind of format is this game?
So it's a Ubisoft game. So I know. That's really all we have to say. So it's open world, kind of exploratory. You play a rogue scoundrel type with a ship and a robot buddy. And basically you're going around and you're doing jobs for gangs, and you get reputations in certain gangs, and other gangs will hate you, and you've got a little motorbike. You fly around when you're on planets. You go to different planets. You take side quests. Very much a Ubisoft game, which, man, like just for the most part, all they do is just churn out the same thing over and over again. So I don't have a lot of high hopes, I'm being honest.
Yep.
Unless it gets like bombed in reviews, I'll probably play it just for the Star Wars side of things.
Okay.
But what I've seen looks okay. But until you get your hands on those Ubisoft games, you're like, oh, this is just a big open fucking sandbox of nothing, a waste of time. So we'll see. I'll talk about it next episode. Yeah, I want to have some hours into it and try it out. But yeah, that's tomorrow. So that's what I'm going to start doing. It has all the earmarks of something I would really like a Star Wars. Mm-hmm. Not just magic space wizard Jedi.
Did you like the Jedi Survivor and all that stuff?
I did, but that's a different game. That's like a Souls-like almost, right?
Yeah.
Which I'm not a big fan of, but the game was fun. But this one I like that because I like the everyday man-woman type of thing in Star Wars where you're not just the Jedi.
Which is funny to me. Can I just say that? Is this funny to me?
Yeah.
Because you're a D&D guy.
I am.
And you want to play as orcs or whatever, but not human Tanner.
No.
But in the Star Wars games, you want to play human Tanner.
Yes.
And not the magical guys.
Correct. Space fantasy and old-timey fantasy, two different things.
I don't understand you.
Well, I'm an enigma.
Wrapped up in a...
Wrapped in a body of a fat middle-aged man. Okay, that's what I'm playing. What are you watching?
Okay, so we sat down with my son the other day, and we tried to get him to watch The Da Vinci Code. The movie.
Dan Brown.
Dan Brown movie.
Yeah.
Okay, have you read the Dan Brown books?
I've read
Dan
all
Brown
of them.
books.
I've read all the books.
Have you read the Dan Brown books?
You're not Dan Brown.
There's a comedy bit from like 20 years ago, and it's Patton Oswalt, and he's like, you can tell when someone's like overweight when they roll their B's, like, have you read Dan Brown's book? Have you read the book?
There's too much face skin to move.
Yeah.
Brown.
They roll their B's.
Brown.
Brown's book.
Brown book.
Okay, so Dan, yes, I've read all of them as well.
Yeah.
And so we didn't make it through Da Vinci Code because he couldn't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to teach him some cool shit. Well, not teach him, but show him some cool shit.
Yeah.
And he didn't like it. So then I remembered that in 2021, there was a 10-episode TV series for the Lost Symbol book.
I didn't know that.
Yes. And so I've been watching that.
What's that on?
So it was on. So it's hard to find. Okay. So I had to go onto Amazon Prime and to do a free subscription to one of their sub channels to get it for 2 weeks or whatever.
Oh, no.
So I could watch this show. And so it's on there, 10 episodes.
Eddie Izzard's in it.
Eddie Izzard's on it. So they have really stretched out this book. I'm 6 episodes in, and they have stretched the fuck out of this book with the secondary characters that I don't care about.
Okay.
And one of the things they did is they made Robert Langdon the most unlikable guy on the planet.
That's not Robert Langdon.
No, it's not. So they made him, first off, not as smart as he is, in my opinion, in the books and the movie.
Oh.
Okay.
Everyone's got to explain everything to him.
Yes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, anyone who's dumber than him, he talks down to in the show.
Oh. So he's a stupid asshole.
He's the most unlikable character I've maybe ever seen on a show. Well, not ever, because there's like lots of bad villains and stuff.
Yeah.
He's one of the most unlikable protagonists I've ever seen on a show.
I see. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
That it was even a TV show.
Yeah.
Did they make The Lost Symbol into a movie?
No, just Inferno.
The last one
Angels
was
and Demons.
The last one was the virus movie, right?
In whatever Inferno was.
Yeah,
I don't even
Inferno.
remember it.
That's Inferno. Angels and Demons had Obi-Wan Kenobi in it.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely airport reading, for sure.
And you know what? Here's what's funny. With the exception of Angels and Demons.
Yeah.
Okay, so Angels and Demons came out. I thought it was a really good book.
Yeah.
Then Da Vinci Code came out, and then I thought that was a really good book.
Other way around.
No,
Da Vinci?
No, Angels and Demons came out first.
I'll fight you. Okay.
I'll fight you. I will
Okay.
fight you.
How much, before I searched, how much you want to put on it?
$10.
Okay. Deal.
Okay, go ahead.
Keep talking.
No. I'm waiting. I'm going to wait for
Brown
this.
Langdon series. Robert Langdon series by Dan Brown. Okay, here we go, everyone.
Yep.
Oh, fuck your face.
Oh, right
damn
in my
it.
face.
God damn it,
God,
Corbin.
right all the time.
Fuck. Angels and Demons was the first one?
Yes, it was.
Are you sure, Internet?
And
Are you sure?
Angels and Demons came out first. Then it was a good book. And then
Inferno.
Da Vinci Code came out.
Well, I haven't read Origin.
Okay. But then 3 more books came out.
Yeah.
Lost Symbol,
Inferno,
and
Origin.
They were originally going to call Lost Symbol the Solomon Key, but they changed the name of that book to The Lost Symbol. Here's what's fun about these books, and what I mean by fun is not so much fun. The 3 books after that have the exact same format as the Da Vinci Code. Like, to
really?
the T. There's some guy who's killing people and chasing after them, and he works mysteriously for someone else that you don't meet until late.
To Act 3.
Big bad.
Yeah, doesn't go until Act 3.
And there's always some Justice Department fellow chasing them.
There's a cop somewhere
and
in
it's
there.
always him and another chick who are doing the investigating.
Yes.
It's the exact same structure, and it's the exact same book 4 times over.
But Inferno, he has memory loss.
Okay.
Yeah. Twist.
I forgot about the memory loss.
That is an M. Night Shyamalan twist right there.
You know what? I got to tell you, it's a struggle to get through those following books when you know exactly what's going to happen.
I didn't even know Origin was a book.
Yeah, Origin's a book, and it's out there. It's about religion.
I mean, yeah, well, most of them are.
Yeah.
I don't think this guy likes religion. I read his books.
Do you like religion?
Nope.
Yeah, you do. Let me tell you.
It's too much work.
Let me explain to you. Okay, First off, I'm not spiritual in any way, shape, or
Yeah.
form. Okay, but to those people who are listening, like we know some people who are listening,
Yeah.
that are very religious.
Yeah.
So let me explain,
Oh,
so you don't,
okay.
so they don't piss on us when we're off the air. Okay.
That'd be a weird thing for a religious person to do.
Don't believe in religion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, religion is man-made.
Correct.
Religion is the bureaucracy between someone's God and the person themselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the taxes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I don't like. I don't
Yeah.
like being told to stand up, sit down, kneel down, stand up.
Yeah, that's not apathetic.
No, that's not apathetic.
No, not at all.
No. So, but at the same time, I don't believe in God either.
Which is fine if you do. But
I just don't believe. 'Cause, put it this way: would you agree if I said, let's say we both believed?
Sure.
Okay. Would you agree that God is an how do I put it? Omnipotent being.
As I understand the monotheistic of the big three,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. So the okay, then remind me to tell you a story after this. Okay. And so I just don't. All the stories are like, if you don't do this, he'll get mad at you.
Yes.
Okay. Why would an omnipotent being have feelings? Either he should be more apathetic than us.
He should be the
He
most
or she should be
that's the most apathetic
person
thing in the world.
Yeah. So there's that.
Yeah.
Okay. So second fun thing.
Do we just make our own church? We have our own Bible.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Church of Apathy. Okay. So this is a true story. Okay. And I have not told this story to many people.
Oh, here we go.
Okay. I used to have a boss who was uber religious.
Okay.
And I got into a disagreement with him.
Okay.
Okay. About work things.
Okay.
And he's like, I don't trust your decision making on this and this and this and this or whatever. And I said, oh, yeah? I said, I know what you believe when you go to church on Sundays, and I think you're insane. And you're telling me my decision making is no good? No. You believe in fairies or angels or whatever.
How'd that go over for you?
It was like a touche kind of moment.
Oh.
All right, you win.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it went okay.
Oh, at least you had the.
We had that kind of relationship where we could talk to each
Yeah.
other. Like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's-
He's like, oh, okay. I didn't fuck up big. And he wasn't like, oh, I did. He's
Yeah.
just like, man, your decision making on this one thing was kind of weird. Oh, yeah? I don't trust your decision making. You and your angels.
Yeah. You believe in magical bone fixing. A la chiropractors. That's right. Everyone's getting it today. Speaking of
Who else can we fuck?
Speaking of religion,
Yeah.
we have an apathy Bible we're writing.
We got an apathy Bible.
We have so many good things in the apathy Bible. We're coming up with commandments so that you, our dear listener, can live your life how you choose, as long as it's apathetic.
All right. So let's go over the rules once again.
All right. So, well,
Do you have them all written down or just yours? Okay. Go over them.
Okay, we have nothing matters, so you may as well be nice.
Yep.
Are you going to change somebody's mind?
Yep.
We have seek neutrality, strive to remain unfazed by events.
Yep.
We have not your pandas, not your problem, which I love the dichotomy between those two. We have, I like this one, minimize desire.
I like this one. I want to change that now. I want to change.
I don't know if you can change them once we write them. They're in stone, right? The stone
If you
tablets?
don't care, you can never be disappointed, is what I want it to be.
I think we can just make another one that says that.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. I like minimize desire
Okay.
because I like that. It's because it's a minimalistic commandment.
All right.
We have, if it doesn't give you the tingles, then who cares?
Okay.
And then we have whatever you want to give me today.
All right. All right. Me first or you first?
You first.
Okay, I can't decide which one I want to do. I got a couple down here. Okay. Conserve energy.
Conserve energy.
Conserve energy.
Tell me about it.
Prioritize activities that require minimal effort.
Yes, hell yes. Yeah. Easy speasy.
Easy peasy.
That too.
If you don't have to... What's that when I try really hard? What's that word I'm looking for?
When you work hard?
When you don't have to use a lot of energy? Yeah, conserve energy.
Conserve, okay. Conserve, easy peasy. I like it.
Yeah. What about you?
Mine is going to be compliment your reflection today.
Compliment your reflection today.
Yeah.
what I like to say to my reflection is I like to.
Oh God, this is gonna get dark.
This is true.
Am I peeing still? Am I?
My buddy showed me this a long time ago, and I've been doing it ever since. And you look at your reflection, you point at it, you smile, and you go, "Don't ever die."
Yeah. Yeah. I look at it and say, "Not today.
Not today, bitch.
Not today."
I like it.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
Yeah. Compliment your reflection today, guys.
Compliment your reflection. I like that.
Yeah. It helps.
Those were 2 good rules.
I think. Hey, this is gonna be a great book.
we're crushing this.
Yeah, you guys.
Did you write down that mine?
I got it.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
We're so good.
Okay, I've got 2 more.
Okay, I've got more too. We're gonna do them next time. You guys, we're well on our way to having such a great Bible.
Oh, it's pretty
Oh,
awesome.
the Apathy Bible.
The Apathy Bible. Okay,
Coming soon to a store near you.
we got a top 5 coming?
Top 5.
Top
Corbin, are you ready for a top 5?
Listen, I had a great fucking top 5 today.
Oh, did you?
A great top 5.
Well,
but
we're not doing it.
No, we're not doing it. So I'm expecting a glorious top 5 today.
And here comes Tanner's mediocre top 5. And Tanner's top 5.
right.
Corbin, I'm keeping it. As with last week, I brought you a sports one, Corbin.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Sports top 5.
Do I get to agree or disagree?
You can have opinions
Okay.
of it, for
Okay.
sure.
I like it.
So, Tanner's top 5 is the sports with the greatest chances of death. That's what I went with.
Okay. I actually know. I think I know what the number 1 is.
Like, there's a whole thing here, but yes.
I think I know what number 1 is. Can I
Okay.
guess number 1 real quick?
Sure. What do you think number 1's going to be?
Isle of Man.
Isle of Man.
Yeah. Okay, that's my guess.
All right.
Okay, go ahead.
Locked in.
Okay.
And sports with the greatest chance of death, number 5.
Yeah.
You have a 1 in 10,000th chance of dying by canoeing.
Really?
Yeah. Canoeing. 1 in 10,000th chance to die.
You think kayaking would be more death bringing?
You know what? Maybe canoeing / kayaking.
Because when when you look at like the Olympics where they're kayaking down
Yeah.
those streams or whatever, you're like, holy fuck, like I would die on that.
Oh yeah. Well, you can see in the picture that looks pretty kayaky, so I'm assuming they meant kayak.
Oh, don't
in
show
that
me.
picture.
Don't show me.
Okay. Well, yeah. They're
show me the
going off like a
picture.
little waterfall, so I'm assuming that's what they meant.
Okay.
So yeah, 1 in 10,000 chance dying. Number 5, canoeing, kayaking. Number 4, you have a 1 in 2,200 chance to die. Boxing.
Yeah, that's you know what, and you know what's really weird is I like when I put my arm up on the mic.
You look really casual. I
look
kind of
really
like you've been on a
casual.
vibe tonight.
I got a
I think
vibe.
you know what I'm gonna say right now.
Yeah?
we're Sony. You're sweet. I'm getting sweet flavors from Corbin today. I thought you were gonna be sour, but no, I'm getting sweet flavors. Okay, go ahead.
Thanks, baby kicks.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the difference. Everyone would think, oh my God, UFC is way worse than boxing, but it's not, and I'll tell you why. Okay. With boxing, you're getting repetitively hit in the fucking head.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, there's the padding on your thing, but you're still getting hit in the head repeatedly
by a giant.
Whereas in MMA, yeah, you're getting hit in the head a little bit, but once you're out or get to that point where you can't defend yourself, it's over.
And there's a lot of choking and grabbing.
Whereas, and choking and grabbing and grappling, like it's not all that, right? Whereas you're getting peppered, and like before they determine you as like you're knocked out is like forever into the match.
10 fucking rounds.
Oh, it's brutal.
And if you think about it, think about the amount of people that box. Like even just think where you live right now. Think about the boxing clubs around you. There's a 1 in 2,200 chance that you will die by boxing. Like that's a fucking high number.
Have you heard Lennox Lewis try to talk lately?
Yeah. He rolls his bees, man.
He rolls his
bees for sure.
All he can do is, I'm Lennox Lewis. I'm Lennox Lewis. And that's all he says.
I know my name.
I'm Lennox Lewis. Okay.
Okay, number 3.
Yeah.
A 1 in 1,000 chance of dying.
Yeah.
Number 3, motorbike racing.
I disagree wholeheartedly.
Wow.
Because Isle of Man is a motorcycle race. I'd actually like
it's probably
I'd like you to look up Isle of Man.
Okay.
And it is the most dangerous motorcycle race like alive. Like I think they average a death a year almost.
The Isle of Man. Oh, I should probably put in motorcycle race.
I think it's called Isle of Man. Maybe
Was it made up by men? The
no.
Isle of Man TT?
Yeah, I think that's it.
That's a sailing adventure.
Oh no, what am I thinking of?
I don't know.
What is the one where the motorcycle guys are on that island? What is that? I thought it was Isle of Man.
Motorcycle men on island.
Yeah.
The Isle of Man, world's deadliest motorcycle race.
Yeah, that's what
Okay,
it is.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, Isle of Man. I was right.
Yeah. I mean, but that's probably what led to the fucking 1,000 chance.
1,000.
Like how many? Yeah.
How many? Can you Google how many people die? What's the average of people dying per year at the Isle of Man?
It's the best thing in the world, but the most dangerous. More 250 riders.
In 2021, there was a total of 887 registered deaths on the Isle of Man
since 1907 when they started.
Yeah, that represents a decrease of 3.4% compared to the previous year. Oh, okay.
Sorry, that was in 1 year?
What is this? I don't understand this stat.
That can't be in 1 year.
Isle of Man. I don't understand this stat that I looked at. Okay, never mind. Stand down.
A quote, "You literally race through a village," Hickman said, "and it just feels like you shouldn't be doing it."
All right.
Yeah.
That's number 3.
Number 3, 1 in 1,000
I'm
chance.
excited to know what's worse.
Number 2,
Go.
You have a 1 in 560th chance. So it's twice as dangerous as the last one.
Yeah.
Hang gliding.
Oh, yeah, I could see that.
Hang gliding. Yeah.
Oh, hang gliding.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like it's all about the landing, I would imagine.
Right, and the wrong wind kicks off, and you just go to plummet, and because you can't really pull out of it, right? Like you're on a fixed bar and a fixed wing, and if it fucking decides to go sideways, well, then you're fucked.
Can I ask you before we reveal the number 1 thing?
Yeah.
This is number 2, right?
This is number 2.
What kind of dangerous things have you done in your life? Because people go bungee jumping, people go skydiving.
Yeah.
What have you done?
I have bungee jumped. I have not skydived. I think I would say the most dangerous thing I have done is either bareback horse riding or bull riding.
You bull rode?
I've ridden bulls, yeah.
How are your balls after?
They're so far up in you out of frights, you don't feel anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like those would just crush mine.
Yeah. And let me caveat that by saying I've never ridden a bull for 8 seconds. I think my longest was like 4.3.
But you're getting kicked off.
Yeah.
Christopher Reeve style.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably the most dangerous one I've done.
I have purposefully, the most dangerous thing I did, okay, was, and this is arguably the dumbest thing I've ever done ever, okay? I used to work in a small parks town by the name of Waterton. Okay? Yeah. And there was this girl I fancied.
Heck yeah.
Okay, and I really
Let's call her Sally from Waterton.
Her name's Sally from Waterton. I really, really liked her.
Yeah.
Okay, and there was, she liked me too, and she was going to go camping up somewhere. Okay.
Okay.
Now I don't hike. I don't.
Nope.
I don't do outdoor.
No, you don't.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
I waited till I was off work. She goes, "Why don't you come meet me?" And I waited till I was off work, and I hiked in the middle of the night to her campsite, and somehow I fucking made it.
I was gonna say,
I made it somehow, and then I realized afterwards, like, how did a bear or a cougar or something not fucking kill me?
Yeah. Well, it probably saw you and was like, ugh. I'm not eating that.
I reflect on that day, and I'm like, that was the dumbest thing to do.
The things men will do.
But I'll tell you, I'd do it again.
Yeah.
For my girl now.
Oh, you'd walk in the mountains, dark mountains for Dally?
I would do it for her now.
Look at you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think
it was the dumbest thing I ever did, and I'd do it one more time.
Oh, what a guy. See, sweet. He's got a flavor of sweet today, folks.
Yeah.
Number 1, top 5, the sport with the greatest chance of death.
Let me guess. So it's not Isle of Man, which is astonishing to me.
It's not motorbike racing.
Scuba diving.
Scuba diving, there's a 1 in 34,000th chance of dying.
Okay. What is it?
I'm going to do some, before we get to number 1, I'm going to do some honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Skydiving, you said earlier, there's a 1 in 100,000th chance of dying in that. American football is 1 in 50,000.
I've been watching football for many years, and only 2 guys have died that I think of.
That would probably equal it. Bungee jumping is 1 in 500,000. Swimming is 1 in a million.
So it's got to be skydiving. We say skydiving?
So there's two things. So how I wrote this is the greatest sports with a chance of death.
Oh, sports, gotcha.
So there is a recreational event that is more dangerous. I will touch on it after.
Okay.
But the sport with the greatest chance of death, a 1 in 100 chance of death.
Get fucked. What is it?
The Grand Prix.
Oh, the racing.
The racing, the Grand Prix racing.
Holy shit.
The Formula cars, because if those crash, you're fucked.
Yeah, you're absolutely, because those cars are made of tissue paper.
Yes, and you're done, because they flip, they crush you, they burn, you're dead. So 1 in 100 chance in the Grand Prix. Most dangerous sport there is. More dangerous than bull riding.
Okay, here's my logic though. Okay, the tissue paper cars.
Yeah.
Like, there's something there. You fall off a motorcycle at 200 miles per hour, not even kilometers, miles per hour.
Yeah.
At the Isle of Man, like, you're going off a fucking cliff.
Yes, but off a bike and you have your padding, it's just you and the road, right? So as long as you're not coming to a sudden stop by hitting something and the bike's not on you, the likelihood you're going to bounce around and be not bad. But in a Grand Prix, you're already in a coffin.
Yeah.
And if it turns, you're not getting out.
Yeah.
And you're not getting out of it. If it lights on fire, you're not getting out of it.
What's the number one thing?
So that was for the sports.
That's not a sport.
So the number one, I guess, associated sport, recreational activity, a 1 in 60 chance to die.
Oh my God, who does this?
Base jumping.
Oh God, why people? You know what?
Yeah.
I would have guessed. Free soloing is what I would have guessed. Is that on there?
Would you say expert climbing?
Expert climbing, but free solo, which means no ropes and by yourself.
Yes. Oh yeah, lousy shit. Yeah. So no. So there's two. There's mountain climbing, which is I think with a rope.
Okay.
Which is 1 in 1,700.
Okay.
And then expert climbing, which I think is without a rope. This one is 0.014 in 100 annually. So it's actually not much. Is how I read that.
That's
I don't know why it's every other one is 1 in something. This one is
I've watched more documentaries of people dying in climbing injuries, but then I also saw in the same documentary someone base jumped off of El Capitan and he died.
Yeah. So base jumping is the most at 1 in 60.
Yeah, that sounds stupid. Why would here? Let's jump off this.
Yeah, don't go base jumping, everybody.
That sounds stupid.
And that's top 5. Dangerous sports in the world. Top 5.
I love top 5s.
Oh my gosh.
God, top 5s are good.
I love those top 5s. And honorable mentions: most injuries in sports.
Yeah.
So not the most death, but the most injuries is bull riding, equestrian, and cheerleading. Are the top 3.
Top 3 what, sorry?
Most injuries in sports.
Cheerleading, I could see it.
Yeah, bull riding, equestrian, and cheerleading.
Yeah. Anything with like external animals.
Yeah, animals are a fucking problem.
Yeah.
And cheerleading, you're literally just throwing someone with a fucking air and hoping you catch them.
Those people are insane
Yeah.
what they did. Although, at the same time, I really love Bring It On.
Oh, man.
I love that movie.
I kind of like it too, honestly.
It's in my top like 5 guilty pleasures that if it's on, I have to watch it.
I all the sequels are garbage, but yeah, that first one, man.
Time out. Do you watch all the sequels?
No. Don't you judge me.
Don't you judge me and stuff.
I wanted to feel like I was a part of the team.
I got a movie review, and I want to potentially, this is going to be controversial.
Okay.
I want to potentially crown the best new action movie.
Okay.
Not new, but what I think may have taken over as the best.
So what's the king of the castle right now for action movies? That's what we want to talk about? Yeah,
number one, Die Hard. Number 2, Aliens.
Yeah.
Those are my 2 top.
I would say number 1, Die Hard. Number 2, T2. And number 3, Aliens.
Yeah, 3 is T2 for me.
Okay. So I would just switch those up.
We're right there.
We're right there, yeah.
James Cameron, and John McTiernan.
McTiernan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're there.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're locked in. We're the same stage. So is the movie you're going to review the one that's about to supplant the top?
No.
Okay, let's do the movie review first then.
Okay.
All right.
I went to, and I texted you when I said this.
You did?
I texted you after I saw this movie.
You did, yeah.
I said Alien Romulus.
Yes.
5 out of 5 sequel.
Which I've heard up and down reviews for this one.
Oh, I don't know who was watching that movie that didn't like it.
So I will see it because I hate horror movies, but I really, really like the Alien series.
So what I don't like about sequels or reboots or
Yeah.
requels, if you will.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't like when they take lines from original movies and then rehash them.
Yeah. Get away from her, you bitch. Like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, exactly like that.
Oh, is that the fucking line they took?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Okay. But at the same time,
Yeah.
so they took that one from Aliens.
Yeah.
Okay. But they also took one from Alien.
Oh, let me guess. Hold on.
Okay.
Is it the android?
Yeah, what did he say?
Oh, what did he say?
What did he say?
When he's just the head?
Yes.
I can see it. I can see it in my head. No, what does he say? I'm not going to think of it.
Something to the effect of, I don't like your chances, but you have my sympathies.
Yes.
So they used that one again, but that one worked.
Okay.
So that one worked. The other one did not work.
The other one did not. Okay.
Not work.
It just felt.
But that's the only gripe I have with this show.
Because so, and without getting into too much details,
Yeah.
so it's not a remake. It's just another story in the universe.
It fits in between 1 and 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it take place between 1 and 2?
Yes.
Okay.
It takes place between 1 and 2.
Okay. So Ripley's on ice somewhere floating
Yep.
out.
Yep.
And then this happens.
This happens.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Are there Romulans in it?
no Romulans.
Okay.
No.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, no Romulans
Yeah.
in Aliens. Alien Romulus.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my review. This was a scary. It went back to the scariness of Aliens.
Yeah.
But also it was like a perfect meld. One was all about scary.
Yeah.
The second one was all about action.
Yes.
This is like the perfect middle ground.
Okay.
And it did both. And it had one of the most I thought like not one of, it had a bunch of like super intense scenes, like where you're like what I like to say is when I'm gripping the napkin.
Yes.
I'm gripping my napkin really tight.
Yes.
And so it had a bunch of scenes like that.
So not like jump out gore scare, but just that you like that it's pulling you to the edge of the seat. It's like
There's one or two jump scares for sure.
Yeah.
But no, it's more like build up.
Yeah.
I think they. Okay. So I don't want to spoil it for you.
Yeah, I don't want you to. I am going to watch this one,
Okay.
but it's fine. You can
I'm just gonna say they gave the face hugger
yeah.
its due.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
They gave it its true shot that it
Yeah.
deserved.
Real good shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've-
great
I've-
movie. Great look. And it's got a great soundtrack. Pay attention to the music when you're there.
Okay.
And the sound of silence. They
Oh.
really captured the sound of space, which is
I like
quiet.
that. I like that.
And I liked it. And there's two characters that are very, very strong. The only other downside I have, and this is not a spoiler, because you'll notice it the second you walk in, there is one particular character who's British,
Yeah.
and I can't understand a fucking word he says.
Oh, like heavy Cockney British.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Like why put
Oh,
this
you
guy?
go, you boy, she go, you boy, go, yeah, boy, babe.
That's exactly what he said. What did he say? So other than that, I had no complaints.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I haven't got into reviews, and I don't know what it is.
Okay.
But I heard a lot of people go like, "Oh my god, the ending! Oh, Act 3! Oh, I can't believe Act 3 was this way or that." Like, is there something that you would say blew your socks off in Act 3?
You're gonna love it or you're gonna hate it, and
That's what people said.
I didn't mind it because it was. You remember the Batman, the movie The Batman from a couple years ago?
Oh, with the vampire boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And you caught the Riddler, and then all of a sudden you got this whole extra movie at the end.
Yes.
That's kind of what you get here.
Okay.
And so you're gonna either appreciate that you got it, which I think you should,
Yeah.
and or you're not going to. I appreciated it. At first I was like, oh, but then I thought about it. I'm like, nah, that was good. I really like that.
The director of Alien Romulus.
Fede Alvarez.
And what else has he done?
He did Don't Breathe.
Don't Breathe.
And
Thank you.
the Evil Dead remake.
The Evil Dead remake. That's what it was.
That's
Because
right.
he had done one that people really liked.
Yeah.
What do you like on him? We've talked about direct. He didn't make the top of your directors list last time we did the horror directors.
No, he didn't.
What do you think of it now that you've seen a couple of his?
He's okay. So I liked all three of these movies.
Yeah.
So, but they were so spaced out. He just hasn't been working as much. Or else are those his last three movies?
So yeah.
Or did he do other movies in between that I haven't seen or didn't know he directed?
No, just writers. He was a writer thing, but as
Only as director. Give me director only.
director only. Get rid of writer. Get rid of producer. So he was a director on the From Dusk Till Dawn TV series.
Boo.
And then in 2016 he did Don't Breathe.
Yeah.
2018 he did The Girl in the Spider's Web.
Oh, yeah. I didn't mind the group, but that wasn't a horror movie. So
And then in 2024 he did. So in 2021 he was directing on a TV series called Calls. Calls, Calls,
Okay.
and then he did Romulus.
Yeah. So then, so I guess the last 3 horror movies, he hasn't done the frequency of
No.
it, right? So
Because Evil Dead was back in 2013.
yeah, Evil Dead was a while ago. So yeah, but all 3 of his horror movies were bangers.
Yeah.
In fact, I might watch Evil Dead tonight because I haven't seen it in a while. I remember it was super
Yeah, it's super gory. Yeah, definitely is in the gory, but you lose the
Not the humor.
you lose the humor of Evil
Yeah.
Dead. Which
But then, did you see Evil Dead Rise?
yeah,
Dude, Evil Dead Rise was the perfect remake for me, like or sequel or whatever
whatever it was.
for that series. It was really good. I loved it. It was one of my top favorite movies of that year.
And mine was the sequel, or was the musical Evil Dead. Thought it really captured everything properly.
Yeah,
Yeah, musical flavor.
But Evil, you know what though? That's the problem. Okay, because Evil Dead the musical should have been called Evil Dead 2 the musical. Because
that's true.
It was Evil Dead 2.
It should have been called Evil Dead 2, the musical.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been called Evil Dead the musical.
Bullshit.
It is bullshit.
Bullshit.
Best. Okay, so
So let's talk about this action movie.
this is going to be controversial.
Sorry, really quick. Give me a score. I want a score out of. Give me
These are all 10s.
Give me 10 aliens.
These are all 10s.
So you're giving Alien Romulus 10 out of 10 aliens?
All no, Alien Romulus?
Yeah,
oh,
Romulus.
9 out of 10. Well, I said 5 out of 5. So
Give me 10 facehuggers. How many facehuggers is it?
like 9.5 facehuggers.
Okay, that's pretty freaking good.
It's the detract is the one line, and the guy I can't understand.
Okay. Easy
Everything
enough
else,
to ignore.
there's a sequence. I can't tell you what it is. You'll know it when you see. When are you going to see this movie? In fact, we need to come up with a pack where we see the same movies.
Yeah, we just
like right away.
Yeah,
Okay.
we need to make a calendar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Like for ones that we want to see.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a sequence, and when you see it, you'll know what it is.
Okay.
Was one of the coolest sci-fi action sequences that I've seen in a while, and suspenseful.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna see it just because of the aliens aspect. But
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So 9.5 facehuggers out of 10.
That's right.
Okay. Let's talk about your action movie.
Okay. So again, these are all 10 out of 10 movies.
Okay.
Okay. But maybe now I'm having second.
All right.
I'm having second
Spoilers, audience, don't lose your mind on Corbyn. He's going through a lot. We want Tim to feel that he's not going to be judged unless it's a really shitty movie, and then I'm going to judge the fuck out of him.
Is it?
Okay, go ahead.
Is it fair to say that a newer movie can be better than the older movies?
Of course.
Because it's not new. It came out in 2014.
Okay.
Can you guess what movie I'm talking about?
Not a clue.
As the best action movie potentially of all time.
I don't have the memory like you do. I would remember years.
Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Let me go over it. Okay?
Okay.
Let me just break it down. Best car chase scene I've ever seen in my life.
It is very good.
Ever. Okay? Great boat scene to open the movie. Okay? Great the sequence when they first meet the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Not first, sorry. When he comes face to face with the Winter
like
Soldier.
on the street run and the knife fight and
Banger.
Yeah.
Okay. The sequence where he kills Fury.
Yeah.
And by the way, if this is spoilers, you got to get your shit together.
It's a 10-year-old movie.
It's a 10-year-old movie.
Yeah.
Okay. The helipad this whole helipad sequence of the ending.
Yeah.
There's so many good sequences in this movie. It's just a banger of an action movie. It just goes.
It does.
And all the characters hit, all the bad guys hit. There's nothing cheese. There's not a single piece of cheese in this movie.
Nope.
The elevator scene.
Oh yeah,
Dude, the elevator scene just by
Does anybody
itself.
want to get off?
Yeah.
Before we do this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the elevator scene. Like, there's so many bangers of action sequences in this movie with arguably one of the most true and pure protagonists we've ever had.
Yeah.
And with a great villain who has personal attachment to the protagonist, which you don't have in Die Hard, you don't have in Aliens, and I'd argue you don't have in T2 even. It's probably the closest one, but it's not. But even that's a little distracting.
Well,
it's a T1000.
Yeah,
not a
well, and
T800.
T2. I mean, even the villain of T2 is very up for argument, right? Because the robot's just doing what the robot's going to do. Like, is it Dyson? Is it Miles Dyson is the villain?
Yeah,
of the movie, right?
yeah,
Like,
that's fair.
It throws it up to. That's one of the reasons I like about it. But yeah, no, this. I mean, you have Robert Redford for,
Brilliant.
and he's just and like you said, It's great because it's a good spy movie. It's a good action movie. It's all these other things
Espionage.
on top of the comic book movie, and it's not just a giant laser in space at the end battle. Like all of them are.
Yes.
Right? It's still just like the stakes are there, but it's a little more earthly, worldly state. Like shit that could, powers that be could fucking do sideways shit.
Yeah.
Right? Everyone acts like it's so fucking well written. The action is super well choreographed.
Yeah. Especially that fight, that night fight.
Sebastian Stan coming in with Chris Evans, and those boys are just fucking giving it.
They killed
Scarlett Jo's just up there doing her swinging off fucking wires and shit.
Yeah, she did great.
That's the scene where Jackson's in his SUV, and they all pull up beside him to light him up.
Yes,
as he's there. Yeah,
that was a great scene.
Yeah, and he gets his motherfucker moments.
That's the car chase I'm talking about. That's the one that's the best car chase I've ever seen.
Yeah,
because it's more than just a car chase scene. It's an entrapment scene. It's an escape scene. It's
a tension builder.
It's a tension builder
because you can feel that. Windows trying to break. They're hitting that big fucking atomic push arm thing into the side of the vehicle to break it open.
Yeah,
yeah. It is a good movie. I mean, 100% my top 10, likely top 5. I don't think it would supplant my top 3, but very good. So your discussion here is that you're going to put this as number 1.
I'm considering it.
Yeah,
I'm considering it.
Yeah,
because recency bias plays a part here.
Sure.
Where if you watch Die Hard, some of the effects don't hold up. I would say the same with T2 even.
Yeah.
I'd say the same with Aliens. Not so much Aliens because they did a lot.
It's dark. It's
dark and a lot of practical effects. Yeah. But recency bias in terms of CGI quality. Yeah. It's there, but they did a lot of practical stuff, and it's just good. And there's even the down scenes where it's not banging action.
Yeah,
you get stuff like the Arnim Zola scene, which is so good.
It's cool,
and you get things like the character beats with Falcon and Black Widow and
Kate and
Cap and Agent 31 or whatever her name is, 33. But then, and I'll even tell you this, I hate Falcon, and I still
a lot of people do.
I hate Falcon, and I still think this movie bangs.
I'm really Anthony Mackie. I'm really upturned with Anthony Mackie. Altered Carbon. Did you watch that show?
I did watch Altered Carbon, but only the first season.
That's all you need to watch.
Yeah,
because that first season, awesome.
Okay. It took me 3 years to get through that first season.
And then Anthony Mackie came in and did season 2.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I mean, the guy can't carry. He's not a lead.
Yeah.
And he can't carry a show.
We're gonna find out in February.
I don't think it's gonna work, man, because he could not carry that TV show, which was just given to him on a silver platter. And I don't see him carrying this. And I'm not saying that it can't be the Captain America. Like, I don't care what character he's playing. I don't think Anthony Mackie can carry a TV show.
So I've said this before. My favorite wing of the MCU is the espionage wing.
Totally.
And so I really enjoyed, and it's probably because of Winter Soldier more than Falcon, but Falcon and Winter Soldier I really enjoyed. Black Widow is one of my favorite MCU movies. Again, Captain America.
Yeah, it scratches your spy itch.
Yeah, it gets my spy itch. So we're going to see Anthony Mackie if he can carry Captain America New World Order.
I hope he does. Like, I think they're banking a lot of that movie. But
let's make a pact that we'll go see that movie together.
Okay, touch me here.
Touch.
Okay, we're done. Pact has been done, you guys. We've touched. So, but confirm for me right now though, is Winter Soldier going to be in your top 1? Are you pushing Die Hard down to put Winter Soldier up there? Are you? And this beats all 9 Mission Impossible movies.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Mission Impossible. There's multiple Mission Impossible movies in my top 10.
I know you love so this one beats all those. Just to
okay, now I might have to rethink this because Fallout might be my favorite movie.
Fallout's a good one. I know you hate,
and I love Jack Reacher. Do you consider Jack Reacher an action movie?
Yeah, of course.
Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I think
I need you to think about this.
I think we need to start crowning some newer champions.
Yeah, that's fair. Like
because
say
the older champions are older.
The 2000s and up.
Yeah, 2000s and up.
Ranked.
2000s and up right now, Winter Soldier's definitely number 1. Number 2, it might be the Dead Reckoning. Dead Reckoning's really good.
Mission Impossible 8.
Dead Reckoning. That's 7.
7?
So I'm going to say Dead Reckoning, then Fallout, then
John Wick? You're not going to throw John Wick
Jack
in there?
Reacher, then John Wick.
Oh, Wick's better than Reacher.
No, not to me.
Oh, okay.
Not to me. Because you know why?
You're wrong.
Well, no.
Why? Tell me why.
Because there's no character in John Wick.
Right. It's just an action movie.
But
it is at the
you
purest form.
You still need some personality to carry a movie. And I would argue that Anthony Mackie has more character than Keanu Reeves does in a John Wick movie. And so I need a character to care about. And I don't care. Outside the first one, like I definitely don't care about him in the other 3. But this one, it's over. A fucking dog.
Do you know what they need to do for the next? If they're going to keep making John Wick movies, what they need to do, and you can go ahead and take this, you guys. They need to stop making it about John Wick, and they need to turn it into a Mad Max or Man with No Name trilogy, where there is a story that's going to happen, and it has nothing to do with John Wick.
Yeah,
just like Mad Max, those ones, but. John Wick's going to come into it as a random stranger and then have to get involved for some reason.
Okay.
But the story's not about him.
Right.
Like the lad not Furiosa with the Mad Max before that. All the Mad Max. They're just a story about somebody else.
Yeah.
And Max is there.
The 2 latest Mad Max movies are up there too. Probably in the 10 to 15 range, but they're up there.
So I think they need to do that for the John Wick because you're right. As I think they've told all this John Wick stories they're going to get.
Yeah.
Like that well is dry. But now they just need to tell a story in that universe. And then John Wick is there to deal with the issue, kind of like the Man with No Name, the spaghetti western, A Fistful of Dollars, Good Bad Ugly, right?
Yeah,
he just shows up and deals with it.
I can handle that instead of basing the whole movie on
correct.
The guy.
They need to bring in other people to carry what you said, the emotional character-driven part.
Yeah,
and then John Wick can come and do what John Wick does. That's what they should do. Go. You can take that idea.
Look at Hollywood. Me in the eyes. You haven't seen Furiosa yet.
No,
dude.
Yes.
You've got do you have access to HBO Crave or whatever?
No.
All right. Do you have anything to talk about next? Because I got a couple things, but I'll totally talk about your stuff.
My last thing I got the game now set.
Oh, let's do the game.
Well, do you want to finish the talks or do you want to finish the game?
What do you want to finish with?
Yeah, you want to finish with your talking points or finish on the game?
All right. Okay. So right on. Okay, I watched this thing with Ian McDermott.
Well, I like Ian McDermott.
Okay. And he was talking about Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
And Palpatine's return.
Yeah.
What is your thought on that?
Overall or specifics?
Just
how much time do you want to use?
Just I don't know. Just your general. Okay, so I know it's irrational.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed the last trilogy, even though they didn't make a lot of sense continuity wise.
Right. And that is the problem.
But I would say 7 to 9 had a good arc.
Okay.
Whereas 8 didn't really fit in with the arcs.
Right.
Okay.
I mean it's just that's the problem with the sequels is that Disney there was no plan. There was no plan, overarching plan for the storyline. They just said, who wants to direct Star Wars? And J.J. Abrams was like, yeah, I fucking do, because he's always wanted to. He made Star Trek movie that was just Star Wars.
Yeah.
And they said, great, here you go. But we're going to have all different directors. Who wants to? Rian Johnson's like, yeah, I'll fucking do Star Wars.
He's a good director.
He's a great director and a really fun storyteller.
And if you watch that movie, like kind of, it was still.
If it was own movie, like if it was own thing,
it was a good movie.
Yeah. Knives Out, he's a fun. It
just didn't fit.
He's a good writer.
But I also argue, and we've said this before, probably. Because we went to the first one together.
We did.
Fun fact: we went to the first one together, and. We were for 2 years. We're sitting there. Oh, what are they doing? Right?
Yeah.
Over 2 years, we're predicting what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And we all had these predetermined things.
Yes.
And Rian Johnson came in and made this movie. And I think if everything we wanted, or predicted came true, it would have been less impactful to us. And so that, and for that, I think part 8 succeeds.
And I watched Rian Johnson's movie. I think I was in Vancouver because I watched it with my sister, and I remember to this day we watched the movie, and we walked out the doors, and my sister goes, she's like, "So, what did you think?" And I said, I thought about it, and I said, it's either my favorite Star Wars movie, or I hate it the most. And I said to her, I'm like, I don't know which yet. And I lean now more towards the latter the longer I go, just more for the Star Wars side. So yeah, there was no plan. Like, at least, I mean, George had, with all of his fucking flaws, he had a plan. He knew what he wanted from story A, B, and C.
Right.
And he wrote it out, and the trilogy works. For the originals and the prequels, I mean, the goods and bads that they all have, but he still had a plan through all of them. The sequels did not. And you can tell that from the get-go. So from the storyline, the structure, there's great parts in those movies, for sure. There is a lot of not good stuff in those movies. I don't think it stuck the landing. And I don't think it didn't pay any kind of good homage to the originals that came before it. Like, the more I've thought about it, the more I've gone on, I feel like they've more just spat in the face of the originals. There's never one scene.
Rian Johnson specifically.
Yeah, but then they even kind of continue. Like, there's not one scene where Han, Luke, and Leia were in a room together.
Yeah,
in all three movies, there's not
point.
one. And like, there's just everything's kind of like, it's like the individual story parts.
If J.J. Abrams would have made 8. We would have been way more happy with the complete trilogy. I think
at least it would have made more sense, because they rushed him, because he wasn't supposed to be. Bird was supposed to do episode 8.
Brad Bird.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he dropped out because they didn't like his script, because he was like, no, I'm doing this script, and they said no, and he said, all right, well, I'm out then. So they rushed J.J. Abrams back in, gave him like a fucking 25% finished product, and said finish it. So even that one's not a very good J.J. Abrams movie, because he was just making it work. And then Rian Johnson definitely, like, with a glint and a smile, did what he did intentionally.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily hold that against him, because it's very much Rian Johnson and how he writes, but it's just, he shouldn't have been the one to do it. The producer should have had a fucking plan.
Yes. Kathleen Kennedy should have.
Kathleen Kennedy needs to fucking go away.
Better. Yeah. Okay. So let's go over a couple things really quickly.
Okay.
So part 8. Pluses. Poe Dameron was excellent in part 8. Okay.
Poe Dameron is great in all of them, because he's just he's
a good character,
and Oscar Isaac is having a blast doing it.
Yeah. He's a good character in all 3.
Yeah.
But what I loved, and I think I'm going to speak for you. I'm going to say that you probably like this too.
Okay.
But the Kylo Ren Luke thing at the end, we didn't expect it, and we didn't know what to think of it as it happened.
Yeah.
But after, I was like, okay, that was kind of banging. I said banging a lot tonight, by the way.
Yeah, we had a lot of banging.
That was kind of money, because it was a really cool interaction. And when you saw the soil turn red, you're just like, oh, and that was cool.
Yeah, like visually.
Him dying sucked, but other than that, it was good.
I fade away. Yeah, I mean, visually, the movies they're all really, really good.
Yeah.
Visually.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that storyline, if that part wasn't undercut by the ridiculous forced shipping of Rose, right?
Yeah.
And just this, like he was, oh God, give me his name.
Bob, Tom Cruise.
No, the black guy. Finn, right. If FN2187 was, I can remember that name, just not his fucking other name, as Finn's going to sacrifice himself. That's the nice arc. That's the poetry of it, right? Han Solo ends in episode 5. He goes, and that's the end of that movie. That's the sad off. This movie had the sad off, and Rian Johnson, I think the studio made him not kill him, because I bet you Rian Johnson would have killed him and let him drive into the thing and saved everyone. But she crashes into him and dooms everyone in that fucking base, because she just lets the fucking base get shot up, and now everyone there's going to get fucked because she had a hard on for Finn. Right, so that whole part really undercuts.
She wasn't in 9 at all.
No, exactly, and that all undercuts the Luke part.
Yeah,
right, because Luke's buying time so Finn can destroy it.
Yeah,
Finn doesn't, And Luke now dies for no reason. There's no satisfying ending arc for him and the 3 that came before it in the last room. It's like, yeah, like you can tell there was no cohesivity through all of it. And the longer I've looked back on it, the more I've walked away from the sequels for that reason.
Okay, so 9, and I've said this a bunch of times, not on here, but it is a Star Wars movie with the most Star Wars packed into it that you can pack into a movie.
Yeah.
Now, take away the ridiculous key thing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
The dagger key.
So get rid of the dagger key thing.
Yeah.
And that's a really fun movie. Like, just a fun
Well,
movie.
and it's just hit after hit, right?
Yeah.
It's the perfect member-berry movie, right? We've got Palpatine. We've got Jedi. We've got the Death Star. We've got the bigger old Death Stars.
We've got Star Destroyers.
We've got Star Destroyers. We've got Lando and the Falcon and all his buddies. Like, it's all member-berries because that's, I assume, all Abrams could get in at the end. It looked great.
I thought it was fun.
McDermott's doing his thing.
I thought the Emperor was just great.
Yeah, McDermott's just fucking living in it, right?
He's just
doing his
chewing on it.
fucking just get right.
So the reason why I brought all this up, interview with Ian McDermott, and he wanted to talk about Palpatine's return specifically. And so this is what he brought up, because for people who were naysayers about it.
Yeah.
So he said what he liked about it was the totality of evil about it. Everything comes back to him. Mm-hmm. Okay? So there's just a total evil about Palpatine.
Yeah.
And everything that goes on in this universe is somehow puppeteered by him. So it's a mastermind through line, and it fits thematically with what he started in the first movie.
Yeah.
Okay? And he said that Palpatine, we already know he's an expert in cloning. Mm-hmm. And 3, he said Palpatine would always have a plan B.
Yes.
Which I dug. Now, I think you probably share this with me. I liked Snoke.
Yeah.
And I think we deserved better with Snoke.
That character deserves better.
Better descriptions, better.
Yeah.
But to figure it out, like why and how and what.
Yeah.
And
they just show it like just passing a clone tube and there's Snoke's in there and that's all it is, right? That's all I speak to.
Yeah, that's all they speak to. But other than that,
and I
agree with what McDermott said.
I know it's been memed to shit, but I've never been against the fact that they brought back Palpatine because they did that in the expanded universe long before these movies came out. Right? So in all the expanded universe books, a clone of Palpatine does come back. Right? So I'm not against that. They just didn't. Nothing was set up. There was no setup and payoff in that movie.
Yeah.
Right. Imagine if that was always the plan, and they were dropping those hints of Palpatine early on because she's a Palpatine, right? And that just there's no payoff there. She's just all of a sudden
there's no payoff because 8 exists,
right?
And it's not 9 or 7's fault. It's because 8 exists.
But even if they knew for the end that this is what it's going to be, because I guarantee you, I promise you,
they just made it up at the end.
Abrams had no idea Palpatine was going to be in this trilogy when he made Episode 7. They had no idea he was coming.
I don't know about that.
I guarantee you they did.
I think that I think what would have been, if you would have asked him, I bet you he would say, if I would have made all 3, yes. But at the time he made the first one, he would have said,
no, because Snoke is the new bad guy.
He said, it's not me anymore. It's these guys. So what did they do?
Yeah, I'm only doing this.
But if it was me making all 3, I probably would.
Yes. And but imagine if they did that and you slowly started getting, and maybe you didn't know at the time, but there's slowly these hints that it was Palpatine again the whole time, and that build up, and then you also sprinkle it into her genealogy and her background instead of just a random nobody. You know, that's a force when she realizes, oh, I'm a good guy. She's like, oh, actually, I'm basically a daughter or clone or whatever of the most evil fucking person that's ever lived in the universe. And now just to deal with that going, like, there could have been so much more interesting character drive.
Yeah.
Like
they don't have time for that though.
They don't. And what would have been amazing, my favorite part, what would have been, if I wrote the 3, I would have switched it. I would have just started the exact same way. I obviously would have put my 3 main characters together. To have to give that moment. But Kylo Ren bad, started as a Jedi, goes bad. She gets all excited. She's super powerful in the Force, and she just starts picking shit up left, right, and center. And it's really awesome. It's like, yeah, great, love it. And then 8 happens, shift. By 9, Kylo Ren returns to the light. She goes to the dark. and that's the fight. She's the bad guy.
Yeah.
At the end of it, I think that would have been
that would have been an interesting
so
ending
juicier.
if she would have turned at the end.
Yeah, she turns.
And he had to fight her,
and then she accepts Palpatine.
Yeah.
So it's still her, but now she accepts the power. Like Palpatine wants to take just her body and take control. That's what he's always wanted. So he tries it. She's stronger than him.
Yeah.
So she takes his power. She's still her, but now she has all the powers that he had,
and that fits thematically with the person taking over from the old.
And then Kylo Ren, who's now redeemed, has to take her down. Luke can die in that fight. Fucking Leia can die. Like that can be the end. But that would have been a much more satisfying story than just that. Than what we got.
Yeah, they would have crushed the hearts and minds of every little girl in the world.
It would have been amazing.
All right.
Anyway,
we got funny tweets before we finish off on your game.
Funny tweets.
I love, and for those of you who haven't been around for funny tweets, what I do between episodes is I just highlight things that made me laugh.
Yeah.
And I bring them to our show. Okay, first one. Okay,
first one.
There's a picture of Fred Jones. Do you know who Fred Jones is?
I know who Fred Durst is.
No, Fred Jones is from the Scooby Gang. You know Scooby-Doo?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
like Fred.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've never heard his last name before.
Yeah, it's Fred Jones. So he goes, let's see who this Australian dancer really is, and rips off her mask, and it's Elaine from Seinfeld.
Little Kicks. They should have called Ray Gun Little Kicks.
So then there was one about swimmers having to swim in the CN River.
Yeah.
And then it showed the gold medal winner, and it was that melted guy from RoboCop. Okay, and then we got another Australian dancer one. Okay. There's 3 of her, and she's doing that like claw move that she was doing.
Yeah, like knee up and arms up in the air.
Yeah, and they got 3 of her doing that, and they got Chris Pratt from Jurassic World holding her back as she's training the Velociraptors, which I like.
I do like that meme. I like when Chris.
One more Olympic tweet while we're doing it. How the fuck didn't USA win the gold medal for shooting?
That's true. That's a good question.
If anyone, he should have won. Won the gold medal for shooting.
It's kind of their thing.
It's kind of if you had to associate things with the American flag, shooting is one of them.
Maybe instead of an arena, if they did it in a school.
Yeah.
No? Oh no. Okay. Too soon? No, just me. Okay.
No, I'm good with it.
All right.
No, I'm cool. Hey, you know what? I'm cool with it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Instead of an arena, the school. Shit. Tom Brady. No, that's not. I can't. He's dressed in this hat. Okay, it's like a flat brim hat that's very, very large.
Yeah.
And so the person goes, Tom Brady's dressed like he's going to kill Roger Rabbit and the rest of Toontown.
Roger Rabbit, for our audience, is a movie from the 80s.
89, 88. Okay, next one. As a mortician, I always tie the shoelaces together of the dead, because if there's ever a zombie apocalypse, it will be hilarious.
That's a good idea. That's saving people from the nonsense. I like that.
Dirty Dancing is a different movie when you watch it as a parent. Baby's dad wasn't unreasonable. She was 17 and sneaking around with a Catskills dance instructor who has anger issues and looks like he's at least 40. Yes, you should put baby in a corner. It's called a timeout, you little bitch. Everyone's seen this one, but I'm going to say it again. If you're ever feeling useless, just remember there's lifeguards at the Olympics.
There are, and they always look so bored.
Right?
Yeah. But actually, didn't someone almost drown at these Olympics?
Did they?
Yeah, like someone who's...
Not at the pool where they have the swimmers.
Yeah.
Really?
Like, yeah, because one of them was not like... I mean, they're not... like it's one of those countries that just sends somebody to send somebody. So they're not like a good swimmer. And they started going. They didn't quite make it.
This one's for us. This is what we should do.
Okay.
We've decided on a new career. I'm going to be a backwards stripper. I come out on stage naked and people pay me to put clothes back on.
Oh my God, I make so much money.
I make so much money.
So much money.
This is a phone joke. 70 kilobytes of RAM in 1970, sending people to the moon. 16 gigabytes of RAM in 2024, struggling to run animations smoothly.
It's true. We live in the darkest timeline.
Comic rule number 1: no one stays dead except Uncle Ben, and there's a picture of Tony Stark and Wolverine.
It's true. Uncle Ben's the only one that goes down.
And I got one more.
Poor Uncle Ben.
Poor Uncle Ben. Okay, this is a really good one. Okay, I read this and I laughed very loud. Okay. Overheard one kid at the Mall of America tell his friends he had to get wisdom teeth taken out, and his friend says, "Why? Got to make room for some more dicks?"
Got him.
As a kid,
Got him.
I got to say, if my kid said that, he would get his own
You
car.
buy him a car.
I'd buy
Yeah,
him
what
a
did you get for that? For
I'd buy
making
him
fun
a
of his mom?
fucking
You
car.
could buy him a car for that.
Oh, you got to make room for more dicks.
Oh, those are funny. And we're gonna close off with a game, my friend.
good.
Another game of best is best.
I love best is best. How's this work again?
We got a tournament style brackets.
Okay.
And I have the best 80s comedy movies.
Oh, if you say Caddyshack, I'm gonna puke.
Well, there's a bunch in here. We
Okay.
got to decide what we're gonna do.
All right.
Okay. 80s comedy movies. We're gonna get the best one. The best is best.
Okay.
Starting on the first bracket, I have Police Academy
Yeah.
and Beetlejuice.
I'm gonna go Police Academy. It's just funnier.
I'm also going to do Police Academy. I'm
Yeah.
a big fan of Beetlejuice, but it is a funnier movie.
Yeah, it's a funnier
Yes,
movie.
correct.
And there's just so many good stuff. There's back in the 90s, you just quoted Police Academy all the time.
Yeah.
I would anyway.
Yeah, and then Anchorman took over in the 2000s.
Yeah, Anchorman. Yeah, exactly.
Next one, Breakfast Club versus Airplane.
Oh, Airplane, I believe, is a 70s movie.
It might be. This 80s is more like a in quotes time area.
Well, I'm going to go with Airplane.
I'm also going to go with Airplane.
Yeah.
because it's a fucking hilarious
Yeah,
movie.
yeah. Liam Neeson's just fantastic in that.
Breakfast Club is a great movie, but
Yeah.
Airplane's that. Next one, I put two Eddie Murphys, Trading Places and Coming to America.
Coming to America for me.
It is Coming to America.
Yeah.
That's correct. God, we're right on it. I love it. Next one, we may have problems here.
Okay.
We have Bill and Ted
Yeah.
versus Spaceballs.
I think it's Spaceballs, personally.
It is Spaceballs.
Yeah.
You're correct. Okay.
Yeah. Bill and Ted was good for, it was kid funny, but not adult
Yeah,
funny.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Spaceballs is just a perfect movie.
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
Next, we have Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
There was all the vacations there. I won the Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, Christmas Vacation is probably going to win this.
Versus the Christmas Story.
I don't even know what that is. I'm going to go with Christmas Vacation.
okay.
Yeah. Christmas Vacation is fantastic to
It
this
is.
day.
It
it's
is. It is
fantastic.
still hilarious.
Yeah.
I can watch it in a heartbeat.
When he goes, when I first saw that movie when I was in 93 or whatever,
Yeah.
and he goes, "Hallelujah, holy shit,
Hallelujah. Where's the title?
holy shit, where's the title?" I rewound and rewatched that over and over and over. It's perfect. It's the perfect. It had to be improv for sure. It had to be
yes,
Chevy Chase improv,
for sure, yeah.
and it was perfect.
Yeah. If I woke up tomorrow with my head stable to the carpet, I wouldn't be more surprised than I am right now. It's a great movie. Next, we have Stripes
Yeah.
versus Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh, see, I would almost go Stripes.
Nah, Planes, Trains is so classic. It is one of the funnier movies of the 80s.
There is the opening to Stripes is long.
It takes a lot to get into that.
He's like a
movie.
taxi driver for 30 minutes before he goes to boot camp.
Yeah,
All right.
it's before they honed their craft, in my opinion.
And it's a Winnebago. All right, Planes, Trains. Next one, your favorite Caddyshack versus Fletch.
I'm gonna go Fletch because I don't like Caddyshack.
You don't like Caddyshack?
No,
Did know that?
I think it's the most overrated comedy of the 80s.
I agree it's overrated, but it's still a funny movie.
You know what? This is gonna be really unpopular. I laughed more at Caddyshack 2.
That is unpopular. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm actually 50-50 on these because I really like Fletch, so I will go Fletch with you.
Okay.
And we have the last ones for the first bracket. We have Ferris Bueller
Yeah.
and Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
You know what? I got a really soft spot for Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
I do
in my-
too. I
in my
love it
head.
so much.
I love that movie.
I do too. Okay, we're doing that one? Or are you saying Ferris Bueller?
Oh, it's got to be Ferris. It's got to be Ferris.
man.
Just because
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels is so much fun.
Listen, it's kind of like there's an ethos around Ferris Bueller's.
Absolutely,
You know what I
there
mean?
is, yes.
And
it's become a thing. Okay,
Yeah.
you're right. All right, Ferris Bueller. I do love Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Oh, it's a good movie.
Fucking great movie. Okay, breaking it down. We're down to brackets. The quarterfinals.
Listen, really quickly, I'm trying to think of what may have been left out here.
Oh, there's so many, man. Like when I started digging through lists, like
See, Clue would have been on there
hundreds,
for me.
hundreds and hundreds on here.
Clue would have been on there for
I
me.
tried to get ones that everyone think Clue would be on here for me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like Clue.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, breaking down this the quarterfinals.
And
Semifinals?
you know what? And it might win, and it's not on the list.
We'll see.
I'm going to tell you what it is.
Whatever the number one is, we'll go against Clue. So Clues get a bye. Clues get two's buys.
I got two buys because I'm gonna keep one in my back pocket,
Okay.
and then I'll
You put
bring
it
it
in the
out.
back pocket?
I'll bring it
All
back out at the end.
So Clues getting a couple buys because I'll agree with that. It's
Okay.
great. Police Academy.
Yep.
Airplane.
Police Academy.
Oh man, I would say Airplane's better.
Oh, are you quoting Airplane all the time? Or were you quoting Police Academy? I was quoting Police Academy.
I would quote Airplane more.
Oh, really?
Shirley, you can't be serious.
That's the only thing.
Don't call me Shirley.
That's the only thing.
Tower to go. I mean, do we flip a coin or do you want to rock, paper, scissors this?
Rock, scissors.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go.
Yes.
Shit. All right.
Police Academy
Police
wins.
Academy is... That grunting, by the way, was us doing rock, paper, scissors. Okay, we have next...
Yeah, I love this game. We should play this more.
Best is awesome. We have Coming to America against Spaceballs.
I would go Spaceballs.
The answer is Spaceballs, correct. We have Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Christmas Vacation.
I'm with you for there as well. Vacation wins that one. And lastly, we have Fletch and Ferris Bueller.
Ferris Bueller.
And I already wrote it down because we're gonna do Bueller on that one. Okay, semifinals.
Mm-hmm.
Semifinals. Police Academy.
Yep.
Spaceballs. I'm gonna die on the hill for Spaceballs.
I'm just gonna say this.
Okay.
One of these movies is Spaceballs.
Correct.
The other one of these movies spawned 6 sequels.
Correct. But
That has that's a cultural impact there.
that took them 6 times to find their footing, where Spaceballs was perfect once.
I'll give you Spaceballs. All right.
All right. Spaceballs.
They're both great movies, though.
Oh, yeah. Everything on here is amazing, but we'll say Spaceballs. And then the other one, we have Christmas Vacation or Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh, that's tough.
That is tough.
So, true story. I was working at a job once, and we had a TV on the TV. It was on the
That's where
TV.
they are, yeah.
It was hanging
Yeah.
off the roof, and it was the TV channel was like Spike TV or something back then, and they had a 24-hour Ferris Bueller's Day Off marathon.
Just
and
nonstop.
My shift was 12 hours, and we watched Ferris Bueller's Day Off 6 times.
Yeah. But I've watched Christmas
But I've watched
Vacation
Christmas Vacation so much.
probably 50 times.
I've never rewound Ferris Bueller's Day Off because it made me laugh so much. I'm going to go with Christmas Vacation.
Oh, that's a good way to put it. I'm also going to go with Vacation. I mean, we all love Ferris Bueller, but
Yeah.
Christmas Vacation was a pocket of time.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is going to hurt me. Spaceballs or Christmas Vacation for the final?
I'm going with Christmas Vacation still.
Oh man, comb the desert. We ain't found shit. Do you know the guy that says that line?
Yeah.
That we ain't found shit line?
Yeah.
That's the same guy who plays Tuvok in Star Trek Voyager.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Oh man, Mel Brooks, man.
Mel Brooks is good.
Like when he's playing with his dolls. Oh, it's made for helmet.
Put it this way. Put it this way.
Yeah.
People identify with Christmas Vacation more because it's a real thing.
And it's watched way more.
And it's watched way more, and this is a yearly event that you identify with.
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm picking Christmas Vacation.
Rick Moranis, John Candy, Bill Pullman.
I feel you.
Like,
I feel you. Daphne Zuniga?
yeah. I don't know if you can say that.
No,
but
I
yeah.
didn't mean it like that. That's her name. It's not. I know. Whoa. Put down the gun.
And we're glad he's canceled. Okay, you know, oh man, I just love it so much. Okay, you know what? Yes. Christmas Vacation.
All right.
I will say.
Okay, let's do 2 new semifinal brackets.
Okay, what were the bye ones?
Okay, so Clue
A Clue
versus Spaceballs.
is still Spaceballs for me, but I love Clue. But okay, what was the other one? Clue
And what one? Christmas Vacation versus The Great Outdoors.
Or let's do this. Let's do Clue versus The Great Outdoors. Yeah.
Oh, this is tough. I can't choose. This is like my kids.
Yeah, let's put those out.
So, fun fact.
Everyone's got a favorite. Come on.
Fun fact. When video stores were a thing,
Yeah.
this movie came out in 1988. Okay.
Yeah.
Around the same time that Die Hard came out, because they were both released on video. VHS, you're a beta guy, but they were released on video.
Yeah.
They were released on video the same weekend. And so when I went to the video store, and I was 11 years old.
Yeah.
I rented both Die Hard and Great Outdoors for the very first time together.
And Chet Ripley, great name. John Candy.
Yes.
Yeah, Chet Ripley.
Yes.
Fucking great name.
you know what? There's a lot of funny in the Great Outdoors.
It is. Oh, it's
I almost
delightful.
So here's the thing. I made a lot of arguments for Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
But I almost think I think Great Outdoors is a funnier movie. Is that weird?
Yeah, but then I'm going to turn your
Vacation's
argument. But I put your argument back on you. Culturally,
it's more important. But one is funnier to me.
Well, does the Great Outdoors beat Clue?
So, as you know, I'm a big fan of murder mysteries.
Yes.
This was a murder mystery comedy.
Yes.
With 3 fucking endings. It's so good. Does it beat Clue?
Does it beat Clue?
I can say, honestly, I've watched Clue probably 20 more times. Not 20 times more.
I have absolutely
20
seen
times more.
Clue more.
Than the Great Outdoors. But I have Great Outdoors should be in the final 4. Put it that way.
I mean, Tim, but they're biased. They're got to go into there. I mean, Tim Curry, man. Like,
yeah, Tim Curry rocked. And Michael McKean. And
Christopher Lloyd. Fucking.
And
Madeline Kahn. Like, there was, like...
Leslie Ann Warren, and then what's his name? Martin Mull.
Martin Mull. Yeah, playing Colonel
God,
Mustard.
he was funny.
Yeah, the dad. What's his name? Yeah.
You don't need me. you don't need me to make an ass of yourself. That's right.
That's right. I think.
I'm gonna go Clue. Because here's the other thing.
You know what? I would go Clue as well.
I've owned a VHS of Clue, a DVD of Clue, and a digital copy of Clue.
As have I.
And when I bought that Clue video cassette, we talked about this last time with Allie on the show.
Yeah.
I paid like $100 for that because you couldn't buy videos back then.
No, and it's
So
hard
I had
to
to
get.
buy it from the video store, $100.
I still have my DVD of Clue in the new house. I
Me
pulled
too.
it on the move.
Yep.
Okay, so then Clue and Christmas Vacation. Yeah, that's tough.
It's tough, man.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one.
People who
flames on the side,
of my face.
breathing, breathless, heaving breaths. Oh, that movie's so good.
It's so good.
I don't
it's
know
so
if
quick, and it's just fucking. And the music's really good in the movie Clue.
The opening music is sensational, and all the music
of it.
is.
The
But
music is really good. in that
opening
movie.
music, and then the end credits have the perfect rock and roll song to finish it. It's like, oh, this is. I'm going Clue. Fuck it. Clue.
Oh man.
I'm going Clue.
Fuck it. I'm gonna go Clue too. I really like that movie.
Yeah, me too.
All right, Clue beat. I didn't think that was going to happen. Clue beat Christmas Vacation. Clue is the best '80s comedy movie of all time.
Yep.
1985. Go watch it if you haven't seen it. Please get in the comments and tell us which one's your favorite. Your favorite movie. Do things and engage with us, you cowards.
I don't think you got the guts
You
to tell us
don't
what
have
your
the
favorite
cowards.
80s
You're gonna
movie is.
You're not gonna tell us because you're scared of the truth of Clue.
And if you haven't seen Clue, what the fuck are you doing?
Please go watch it.
What are you doing?
It is delightful.
Why are you like that?
Yeah,
Watch the show.
You only have yourself to blame. You got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, "Why am I terrible?"
Yeah, what's the mirror reflection rule we had?
Yeah, I wrote it down. Look in the compliment your reflection today.
Yeah, except don't, because you haven't seen Clue.
Because you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Tell your reflection, "Hey, I'm stupid until I watch Clue."
And if you don't know any of those names we just dropped, you're an idiot.
You're the idiot's idiot. If I look at you and you can't tell me who Eileen Brennan is, then you just need to get the hell out of here.
And fun fact, the Traveler, okay, so the first motorist,
Yeah.
that is the deputy from Jaws.
Oh.
He's the deputy from Jaws, and the singing telegram girl
Yeah.
is Jane Wyland from
Jane
the Go-Go's.
Wildland. Yeah.
From the Go-Go's.
Yes, it is Jane Wildland.
Yeah.
Who's Jeffrey Kramer was the motorist.
Yes.
Yes.
He's from Jaws.
Yes, Jeff Kramer. I didn't know that. Look at that. Oh yeah, it is him. Look at him go.
You're doing good.
Yeah, like I said, that's the first thing that pops up. Jaws.
And
Jaws 2.
And then the guy
Hendrix.
Then the guy who played Wolfman or whatever on WKRP Cincinnati.
WKRP.
He was the head police guy on the outside.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go home and sleep with my wife.
Oh, that was Mr. Green.
Yeah, Mr. Green said that.
Yeah, Michael McKean. But
that was the end of it.
Yeah, Howard Hessman.
Yeah.
Was the chief.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go watch Clue. That's the point. That's the point of today's episode, guys. Go watch Clue.
And tell us which ending is your favorite.
There are.
What is your ending?
There are
What's your
three.
favorite ending?
I wasn't old enough to watch in the theaters where they played different theaters had different endings.
Different endings.
So I only had all three.
Yeah, me too.
And so I naturally liked the last one.
Yeah,
because it seemed like the real one.
Yeah, the second the second one's dumb.
They even say here's the real one.
Here's the real one.
Yeah,
yeah, where everybody kind of does it.
Yeah,
which is cool. It's not a spoiler.
The first one's fun. The first ending they show.
I like the first ending.
Yeah.
Because actually, the first ending made way more sense.
You're like, oh yeah, but then you're like,
the first ending
there's
way
other
more
ones,
sense.
or it could have happened this way.
If they would have made the first ending the third ending, I would have been like, yeah, that's perfect.
No, I liked it, and I want you to go watch it. I want you to tell us which one of these is your favorite. Cowards, and it's just been delightful, Corbin.
You know, this has been good.
You've been nice and sweet to lick
doing
today.
This for? We are on the air for only 1:47.
You know, that's a good crisp
short. This is short.
You know, but it's been full of sweetness and things.
And we're still doing homework on our rules of Bible of apathy or whatever.
Yeah.
So we don't need to give each other homework.
No, we're going to bring in some more apathy stuff. And
next week's top 10. I'm here.
Top 5.
I'm top 5. I'm debating. Oh, I'm going to tell you. So
yeah, let's go.
Here's okay. I'm going to give you all the potentials that we've got here. Okay. Top 5 Atmos movies to watch in Atmos.
Oh yeah.
Top 5 meats.
Right, the meats, right?
Top 5 Weird Al songs.
Yeah.
Top 5 round things.
Oh.
Okay. And top 5 best-selling gaming consoles. One is actually factual.
You know what? I wouldn't mind knowing.
I'm not giving you a choice.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were asking me.
You wouldn't mind. You wouldn't mind knowing what?
I wouldn't mind knowing the round things are. You got me. You picked my curiosity.
Well, you're gonna like. You're gonna like number 1.
Okay.
You better like number 1.
Well, we'll find out.
Yeah.
Where can they find us, Corbin?
Guys, I don't know.
How can they tell us what their favorite 80s comedy is if we don't know where to go?
What's the point of telling you where you're listening to us? You found us already.
Yeah,
you did it.
If you just scroll your mouse button down on the thing, it'll say
on
the things.
thingamajig.
It'll say the things. It'll say, hey, where do we go? And it'll say
podcast,
and or
on Twitter X,
Facebook, Twitters,
and Facebook is Radical Apathy Podcast.
Yeah, and let us know what your moves are. If you have a list you want us to go through, you can send it to us. We've got them before from people, and we'll do them. We're pretty easy, you guys. Yeah. It has been, very nice, very pleasure. Yep. We will be back in a fortnight's time to carry on. Thanks for joining us for 20 episodes. Hey,
holy
down,
shit,
Corbin.
It's been 20 episodes.
20 episodes down. Nice and easy.
And remember, at the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter.
Love you, bye.